Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters. This is Travis here at Set Apart Homestead. Have a little Bible study to present to you today, or at least just some thoughts and ideas. So everyone's probably well aware of this virus that's going on and of just several other things that's happening in our world. You know, I talk about them a lot here on this channel because we talk a lot about preparedness. So of course, we're going to talk about things that you probably need to be prepared for. The downside to that is it also causes a lot of panic in people and a lot of worry. And even sometimes it can become very emotional, especially if you're watching images of other people suffering, other people dying, all the things that are happening. It can get to be overwhelming. And I've talked to that before on this channel of how it can become very much an emotional drain when watching and hearing about all the things that go on in this world. And I think sometimes those of us that are more self-sufficient, we tend to try to stay on top of a lot of things so that we can be a little bit better prepared for what's going on. The downside is, of course, it can get to us at times. And not only getting to us by watching and seeing other people suffer, but also worrying about our own lives. Are we prepared enough? Do we have enough supplies and things stored up? What if it gets really bad? How bad is it going to get for my family? Will they be able to survive this? Well, one of the things that you and I have the advantage of over many others is because of who is living in our lives and who is in our heart. And I wanted to read something here out of Jeremiah 29:11. And it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans for welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope." And what he's saying is pretty simple. He's got it all in control. He knows where your life is headed, and he knows what plans he has for you. And he understands, your future, and that alone should give you hope for what is ahead of you. Now, he doesn't say that things aren't going to get tough at times. He doesn't say that, you're going to go through certain periods of sorrow and loss and things like that. But he holds the future. He knows what tomorrow will bring you. And that alone should give you hope. It should give you strength. And we have to remember that no matter what we go through in our personal lives, no matter what we see that's happening around us in this world, and the things that we are preparing for and worry might affect us, in the end, Father in heaven is in control. He has complete control over our lives and this entire world. And he has the future already laid out for us. And so we need to have faith in him and trust that he will do the things that he has promised to protect us and to take care of us, being his children. So sure, we still prepare, we still get ourselves ready, we still do the things in our home of becoming more self-sufficient, and we stock up on things. But what is most important is stocking up in our heart and making sure that every day we try to do the best we can to shed the baggage of this world, and remember that who we are looking to and who we are following, and trying to be as in our lives, trying to keep our eyes focused on him, because that in the end is the most important. The preparedness of your heart, the preparedness of your soul is the most important of thing in your life to do. So while you may focus on food, and you may focus on your garden, and you may focus on training and skills, and all of those are excellent things to do because I talk about them all the time. I mean, I believe that they're important things. But the most important thing that you and I can do is preparing our hearts for the things that we will go through in this life, preparing our hearts and our souls every day, finding time to speak to him, finding time to read his word, finding time to evaluate our own lives and kind of reset ourselves. I think of it, we get off course. And I'm not talking about big time off course where we really go down that dark paths and those dark alleys. I'm talking about every day of just, forgetting at times who we actually serve and what he is capable of doing, that he is in charge, because we get so, worried or stressed because of the things in our lives. And we forget to cast all our cares on him, to lay at his feet and to cry out to him for help. And I think that's just kind of a human nature. We tend to forget those things sometimes, and so we have to recorrect our course. It's kind of like driving. You don't just have the steering wheel in one spot and keep driving. You constantly have to kind of correct that that steering wheel to keep the vehicle going down the road properly. And we have to do that in our own lives and realize that he holds tomorrow. He is in charge of tomorrow, and that alone should give us hope for our future. Because no matter what is ahead of us, no matter what we will face, it's what he has prepared for us, and he will be there for us through that. He goes through those rough waters of life with us, and at times he carries us through those rough waters. The scripture says that he is a strong and steady rock for us to stand on when we go through those troubled times. And so remember that every day in your life, that no matter what you go through, no matter what tragedy, no matter what loss, and what we may face individually and as a people in the future, he is there and he is in control. And we have to have faith in him, trust and believe that his plan is the best plan for us in the end. All right, that's about all I have for today. And just remember that it's not to feel guilty when you find yourself kind of losing faith at times or worrying too much at times, because that's something we all do. But we have to turn away from that fear at times, and remember who is actually in charge. All right, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.